Hi everybody. Sorry this has taken so long. I've been pretty busy this past couple weeks. I started my first real week of classes and I love every single one of them, even though I say that every semester pretty much, but I really do like them. So I have critical methodologies on Mondays and not really sure what that has to do with art history yet, but we're studying Foucault right now and I really like it. So I'm glad about that. Tuesdays is my only morning class. It's Parisian Art World, which means that I have to wake up and be out of the flat by 7:30 to get there for a 9 o'clock class. A little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's nice. I really like the commute here because most of the train goes over the houses above the ground, so you're kind of riding along the rooftops and you can see the sunrise over the roofs, and it's really nice and pretty, so I don't mind it. And that class is mostly review, but it's really interesting because you hear the same stuff from two different professors and it's a completely different history of the piece of art or the artist that you're talking about, and I haven't quite figured out yet if it has to do more with the American versus the British view, or if it's a male versus a female view, or if it is a younger versus an older view. So I think it's probably has to do with a lot of that, but we'll figure it out more as we go along. And Wednesdays I have my only non-art history class, which is called British Life and Culture, and is mostly a very large group of Americans sitting and learning about the British, which is a little awkward because we're all Americans mostly. And that class, though, the perk about that is I get to go on tons of field trips. We're going to the National Gallery, we're going to see a theater production, we're going to Oxford, we're going to Bath, and it's going to be gorgeous, and I'm really excited, especially about Bath and Oxford, because everybody has told me that I have to get to Oxford. Thursdays is my last course, and that's also sort of a morning class, but a little bit later. It starts at 11, and that is called Professional Practice, which was canceled last week because we got an incredible amount of 4 inches of snow, and the whole city almost shut down. So that was fun, and I made the long 2-hour trek to Kingston and found out that the professor couldn't make it because of inclement weather. So that was a nice little surprise on Thursday morning. But that course is really interesting because it's meant to help you figure out what you want to do with our history degree, and every week we have a different lecturer come in. We're starting with a journalist from Time Out magazine, and it's going to go from everyone to little tiny gallery runners and curators from the Tate, so it's going to be a great way to network and find out how some of these people got to be where they are. Unfortunately, most of it has to do with being at the right party at the right time and meeting the right person and getting the right number. So, not sure how much they're going to be able to help, but it's really interesting nonetheless. And I'm very proud of myself because this week on Friday and Saturday, both nights, I went out by myself and did really interesting stuff. I joined this group called American Expats, which is people who have moved from America to England. So most of them are a little bit older, but it was still nice to go and talk to people from America who knew what I was going through, because I'm the only one in my classes that is living in central London. So to get back and forth to Kingston is not that big of a deal during the day, but transport kind of shuts down at night. So I have to take night buses, and those can take 5 hours for what should normally be an hour trip. And so it's kind of a pain in the butt, so I've been trying my hardest to get out into central London by myself and go and do my own thing. Friday, I went and met up with that American Expat group at a bar and just met and talked to people about places that I should go, things that I need to see while I'm here. And it was just really nice to get their input on it. And even though they were a little bit older, it was still cool. Saturday, however, I went to my first club while I was here. I am not nearly trendy enough for this city. Every girl here looks like they walked out of a fashion magazine. It's unbelievable. But I saw one of my favorite bands, Metric, and they were awesome. I queued in the rain for half an hour, then sat inside the club by myself for almost 2 hours, and they only performed like a 50-minute set. But it was nuts, and the kids were going crazy. And the whole time they were playing club music, and the only 2 songs that I knew the entire time that I was there was a Talking Heads song, a Whitney Houston song, and one song that I vaguely recognized from my new favorite show over here called Skins. So, I think I dated myself, even though I was probably one of the younger people there. But it was really fun. I was really proud of myself for going out by myself. And I met a girl from Australia who was really nice. She kind of saw me standing by myself, so she came over and talked to me. It was really cool of her. And that was pretty much my week. But I miss you all, and I love you all very, very much. And this PS part is just for Kara, because I have forgotten to keep her updated on her Robbie Williams and F Club 7. So everybody else can tune out of this, because you're not going to want to hear it. Alright, Kara. Robbie Williams. He has been called the last real show person in entertainment, which, according to my professor, means that he would pull a rabbit out of hats if he thought people would watch it. Has a new song, don't know the name of it. Oh, it's called The Madonna, and it's basically him walking around in drag. So that's good times. Your S Club 7, you'll be very, very proud to know, are making fools of themselves nowadays. Jo, the butchy blonde one, she did Big Brother Celebrity, and was such a racist, horrid woman that after the show was over, she had to lock herself in a room with therapists and is on like antidepressants and apparently suicidal right now. She's nuts. And Hannah, the cute little blonde one, she is doing this show that sounds like Doctor Who, but has something to do with dinosaurs in the tube railway station. She's punky and she's got funky short black and green hair now. So thought you'd like to know that. For everybody else who sat and listened through that, I love you very dearly. You do not need to hear that. I will keep you updated, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon. I love you, and I miss you all very, very much, and hope to hear from you soon.